Welcome to the show. I'm Danella, and here's what's happening now. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah. Beyonce unveils her beautiful twins, Rumi and Sir, just as I and my husband officially become parents of a 2-year-old. Amazing. Thank you so much for your birthday wishes. Also on the show, our topic today is actually spawned by a tweet I saw, actually an Instagram post I saw yesterday, and it's the idea behind hurt people hurt people. Have you heard that before? So we're going to talk about the hurt people that don't hurt people. That's coming up in today's topic. But first, we're going to get into political pop. So for political pop, it's been crazy. Have you been watching? Have you been reading? I know it's been a crazy week, probably for you as well, but I don't know if you're following all that's going on. So last week in political pop, I told you that I was going to give you updates this week on how the G20 summit went. The update is this. Not that much to really say, right? Basically, Putin was like, yo, he didn't say yo, but you know, that's how I talk. He was like, yo, Trump on TV is way different from Trump in person. And he believes that the Trump in person, his quote I thought was interesting is that Trump analyzes quite quickly and answers questions asked of him. That's a good compliment from a world leader. Good job. That's a good quote. And also he's hopeful, optimistic that they can work. And then obviously everybody's pressing Trump. Hey, did you bring up Putin, Russia possibly hacking the elections? And Trump said, hey, I asked him twice. And he said, absolutely not, very firmly. You know, what are we going to get into a fist fight? What are we going to do about that? So let's get that out of the way. Shoot, now we're done with the G20. Let's talk about right now, this week, this morning. Today's Friday. And this morning, an ex-Soviet spy came out and said, yes, I was also at that meeting with who? The lawyer and Trump Jr. And if you're following this, the thing that makes this whole thing I don't know, it feels like a movie. And I know I say that a lot about political pop, but it really is like watching a movie. So the New York Times contacts Trump Jr. and says, hey, we're about to release some emails between you and somebody setting up a lawyer, a Russian lawyer who says she's got some dirt on Hillary Clinton. So what does Trump Jr. do? He releases the emails on Twitter. That was good. And he also lawyers up. Let's not forget, last week he lawyered up first. And he didn't just get any old lawyer. He went to New York City and got himself a former mob like lawyer, like a legit mob lawyer, like in a movie. And I mean, I want to say it's crazy, but I guess it's necessary for him. So yeah, he gets this top lawyer, which is good. And so President Trump comes out and applauds his son. I believe that was yesterday. Yeah, applauds his son and says, he's a good boy. He's a man, but yeah, he says he's a good boy and he's been treated unfairly. But everybody's really watching this because here's the thing, guys. Trump says this. He says, well, who wouldn't take the meeting? If you could get dirt on your opponent, who wouldn't take the meeting? Well, the law says that if you are an official candidate and somebody contacts you, you're supposed to contact the FBI. That's what the law says. And truthfully, the hope, right, is that we hold our politicians to a higher ethical standard, right? Honesty, integrity. That's what we would want. And we want you to, follow the law. So, yes, interesting because as much as Trump is saying over and over, this is unfair, this is a witch hunt, it's a lot of smoke that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like, I think three different people said, hey, yeah, there's these meetings that took place that's in Trump camp, so big ups to the people for telling the truth. And then also now to get not just any lawyer, a mob defense lawyer, right? That seems kind of smoky to me. But then also that you admit that, let me see, I wrote it down. Trump Jr., when he heard about it, he said, the possible dirt on Hillary, he said, love it, especially for, the end of summer. Well, what happens in the end of summer during an election year? That's when the elections are really heating up. So, yeah, man, I can't believe this is your political pop, but it is. I'm going to definitely keep following this story. And that was your political pop. Now, we're actually going to get ready to move into our topic of the day. Before we do, let me just apologize because I know that today is going to be a short show. Just a lot has been going on. I've been doing a lot of taping. You're going to start seeing a lot of new stuff. In addition to taping, I've been doing a lot of editing myself. So, be kind to me when you see some of this stuff that you're about to see in the upcoming weeks. So I'm very, very excited. And I want to thank you again for going on this journey with me. I mean, this is really, I feel like we're just stealth. I feel like we're under the radar. It's our little secret. So thank you for going on this ride with me, where I'm really just trying to produce the content that's in my heart and that I would want to see in the world. So thank you for joining me and going on this ride with me. So now let's get into today's topic. It was actually from an Instagram post that I saw from one of my friends, Fancy Francois. This is what she wrote. And I don't know if she got this from somebody else, because sometimes you can't tell if it's a quote, but I'm just going to credit her this because it was dope. She wrote, I applaud people who have been through hell but are still kind and loving humans. I hope the universe rewards you with happiness. So first, let me just say, that's beautiful. I agree. If you're somebody that's watching this show and you have been through hell, let me also say, I hope the universe rewards you with happiness. But what this got me thinking about is people that are hurt. And I don't know if I think it was some kind of like show back in the day. I remember seeing this and it said, hurt people hurt people. And it's as simple as that. But really what I want to talk to is not so much why a hurt person hurts somebody. It's going to be, why do we stand for it? Because what I realize is so often we make excuses for hurt people hurting people. And that's why I want to talk to today, because literally all of us experiences what is our personal most. That's what I really believe. I mean, I could sit here and say, oh, I've been through so much, but to someone else, maybe that's nothing at all. Right. And to someone else, that might be, and people have said, wow, I can't believe you've gone through all that and you're still standing. So I really personally believe, just going through life and talking to people that, we're experiencing what could be the most we can experience. That's what the universe, that's what God is allowing us to experience, to help us grow. But then, a lot of us stay in that victim mentality. A lot of us do. And then a lot of us support people that remain in that victim mentality. And we literally make excuses for them and say, well, they've been through a rough time. That was a really rough, difficult time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we need to be callous. I'm not saying that we need to be cold-hearted. But I am saying that we need to start, I don't know, holding people accountable for their actions and stop enabling hurt people to hurt people. That's what I want to talk about today. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I do feel that if we don't do that, we're just creating like cycles of the same behavior. Because the truth is that, if we have friends and we allow our friends to act this way, friends influence us, and if you're like me, I am now a parent. So if I have my friends around my child could learn that behavior of hurt people hurting people. And so, yeah, man, I just want this topic today, one, to salute you. If you're somebody that was a victim, even myself, I have been a victim. And as I grew up, I knew to myself, I want to be a victor. That's what I want. I don't want to allow something that wasn't within my control when I was younger to be defining me as a woman today, And what I have started to realize for myself is that I have to also kind of hold others accountable for their actions, and to stop really pacifying hurt people, and to stop allowing hurt people to continue that cycle of hurt. It's completely unhealthy. So, and maybe this is you. Maybe you are somebody that's watching the show and you feel that life has been unfair. And life is. I'm not negating the fact that your life has been unfair, right? But at some point we have to say, today is the day to change ourselves. Today is the day to claim our power. Today is the day to stop the cycle of hurt, the cycle of abuse. We have to stop that. So again, if you're somebody that's been through hard times and you make every single day be a day that you are a victor, every single day is a day that you are a conqueror, I hope the universe brings you nothing but continued happiness and love. And if you are somebody who is hurt and you're still in the cycle of hurting people and it's difficult to stop that cycle, then I'm going to not only pray for you, but just say you're not alone, and just say that every day is a day that you have the ability to change from the day it was before. Every single day. Especially if you live in this great country of America. I mean, we all can be president. Like legit now, can all be president. So yeah, that's my show for today. Next week I have on my list, hopefully I'll have time to watch this documentary. It's on Netflix. I don't know if you saw it, Cowspiracy. I had a chance to kind of watch it just a little bit in a brief time during the weekend. I know my husband saw it, and man, I'm so upset about it because I am somebody that loves cheese. And when I say I love cheese, I love cheese. And the brief part that I saw about it was how cheese can be addictive. What? It can be addictive because the same receptors that is triggered by like heroin and morphine, right? The opiate receptors are also triggered in cheese. Like when you eat cheese, you really do feel happy. So not saying, we're getting high off cheese like that, but that it really does, trigger those receptors. But yeah, when I was watching the brief part that I saw about the documentary, it was really talking about cowspiracy, the idea that how we're producing food here in America is not really sustainable. Yeah, so maybe you'll watch it. So yeah, when I talk about it next week, we can vibe it out together, or you can email me your thoughts. And I know everybody kind of says, you got to die from something. But I really believe, when you know better, you have to do better. So yeah, I'm going to get some more information and pass that on to you. That's my goal for next week. So in the meantime, have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Have a blessed week. And thank you so much for joining the show. See you next week.